Well, these tires are engineered to take a puncture and then drive up to 50 miles.
50 miles? Great, because I remember the present, but I forgot the kid. Yeah, you need to check. Oh, I forgot. I have a lot of kids.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of severe weather. I'm here with severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes, and we have been watching a very dangerous storm in southeastern New York, a rapidly rotating storm with a almost certainly a tornado.
Yeah, you and I started talking about it about 10 minutes before the actual tornado warning came out. We were just waiting for the tornado warning to come out because it was had a hook echo and was beginning to increase its circulation. And certainly a continued tornado warning there in parts of upstate New York, not too far to the west of Albany.
Right, and so here's the broader picture. Got a couple of warnings now in Kentucky, but a whole string of warnings from south central Virginia all the way up into New York. And we're going to begin with this storm up here in New York and talk about the tornado warning that is ongoing there. Cell's been moving a little more to the southeast than east-southeast, and that's the warning for Albany and Schenectady. And Dr. Greg, this has been tapping into pre-existing spin in the atmosphere.
Yeah, there is a stationary front that is pretty close to this area, and just to the east of that, the winds are more from the south and east. And usually if you've been watching the Weather Channel for any length, you hear me talk about southeast winds are the sort of the preferred wind direction for tornadoes. And so we have developed an increasingly rotating supercell thunderstorm that is tapping into that, what it has found as it's hit into that frontal zone, a well-defined supercell thunderstorm. Now, there's one thing here that I like in terms of public safety. There's a little bit of an arc of clouds, arc of precipitation here that is coming out now the southwest side of that. So it may be beginning to put out a little bit of an outflow that perhaps will choke out and give a little bit of rain-cooled air, stabilized air ahead of it that maybe will lower the chance of a tornado. But we're certainly not out of the woods yet. In fact, there's Sean, if you could slide that a little bit farther to the south and east, it looks like there's a brand new tornado warning. Albany and Schenectady counties included in this new warning that goes a little bit farther south and east. Just catches the far west edge of the Albany area, although as you can see the main center of rotation is coming down the western part of this tornado warning area. Looks unlikely even that probably much in the way of even a big hail is going to come into Albany per se, or Albany proper.
So tornadoes really depend on this balance between the inflow of the warm air and the cooler air that's coming around the backside. And when one or the other of them is too strong, then that's the end of the tornado generally.
Yeah, indeed. In this case, the cooler air that's coming in from the southeast that's over near Albany and Schenectady has better wind ingredients in terms of generating the thunderstorm rotation. But in this case, the other factor is that the thunderstorm can create its own cool air. As some of that rain and hail cooled air wraps around the counterclockwise rotating thunderstorm, it can put out a gust front. And that appears to be what we're getting here, getting very close to Bern and off to the areas south now of Altamont, with what had been previously the main tornado circulation back in this rotating head area. Is there any way we can go to the high definition radar?
There we go.
There we have it. And so here in the high definition, what appears to be a gust front, the big rotating supercell thunderstorm. And let's take a look at what the velocities look like now in this updated radar imagery. Very good.
Yes.
We've lost. There's still back in here is probably where the strongest circulation is located. Yeah, that is indeed back in the midst of that rotating head area. But what we've also seen is that this rain-cooled air seems to have gotten out ahead of that. Let me go to the normalized rotation, and we'll see. Yeah, we've definitely weakened there. And so here in the raw velocities with the radar down here at the Albany area, we're getting a lot of this green gust front rain cooled air there that maybe have pushed out and stabilized the area just a little bit ahead of where the tornado previously has been. So we'll hope that continues to be the case, Carl.
All right, perhaps some better news with our storm here in New York, but a lot more to talk about, and we'll have much more coming up in just a few minutes.